This is Sarah from Flume, and today is the first video in our new series on sustainable kitchen essentials. And when we say sustainable, we mean two things. The first is that everyone involved in the production of these products was paid fairly for the work that they have done, and that they were treated responsibly, treated as business partners rather than being exploited. And we also mean that these products were produced in a way that was not damaging to the environment, so with as little waste as possible. The first category that we're going to talk about in this series and the topic of today's video is chocolate, because obviously chocolate is a really important kitchen essential. Everybody loves chocolate. The only issue is that the chocolate industry is a bit complicated. So there are issues surrounding the environmental impact of chocolate and also social issues such as child labor and workers being paid unfairly for producing the chocolate that we eat. And so this video is going to talk about sustainable chocolate brands that we have found and we have tasted that we love. And we're also going to talk a little bit about what these brands are, what do they stand for, what are they doing for the environment, and how are they ensuring that the people that they are working with to produce the chocolate are all being treated responsibly and respectfully. We are also going to write a blog post about this, going into the topic more deeply, talking about the chocolate industry and the issues associated with it, but that's going to be in our blog post because it is very complex and there's no way I would be able to cover it in this video. So let's get started. Let's taste some chocolate. To help me taste the chocolate, I've enlisted the help of my partner Andrew. Hi Andrew. So yeah, we are going to start with the brand Raka, and Raka is an unroasted chocolate, and so this means that, well, it's supposed to mean that it has a fruitier flavor, and I'm not a chocolate expert, so I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm excited to try it. Raka Chocolate is transparent trade, meaning their chocolate is 100% traceable, so you know exactly where each cacao bean used in their bars comes from, and their transparent trade model has three basic principles. First, they purchase their chocolate directly from cooperatives and grower organizations, and these are often made up of farmers who are dedicated to working on the post-harvest processing of cacao. Buying it directly from these organizations ensures that the money is staying in the hands of the farmers, and the focus can be on quality over quantity. Transparent trade also focuses on price stability, so the cacao that Raka uses is purchased at stable premium prices that are higher than the fair trade standard, and this protects farmers from price fluctuations that happen due to the market. And finally, their pricing is transparent, so Raka actually publishes all of their transactions on their website so you can go and see them. We're going to start with the pink sea salt. Just a little piece.
Salt hits right away.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the pink coming through though.
It's very smooth.
It's good. I mean, yeah, it's quite smooth. I mean, I like it. I think it has a good flavor.
Well, let's try the waffle cone next. I'm really excited about this one, especially because the waffle cone is gluten-free, which is good for you because Andrew doesn't eat gluten.
Indeed.
I really like this one. The crunchiness of the waffle cone mixed with like the creamy chocolate is really nice.
This one I could probably eat like an entire bar. It's just so
Yeah, it's
good.
really good.
It's very smooth and the salt's not overpowering, of course. Or rather, you're not really getting any salt at all. And the waffle cone just adds that texture, which makes it taste even better. Yeah, I really like that one. The waffle cone. my opinion, is better.
They sell a variety of chocolates on their website, and they are all vegan. They have baking chocolate wafers, cacao powder, cacao nibs, and hot cocoa. I made a really delicious hot cocoa drink with some of the 100% cacao chips, and I just threw in some oat milk and then added vanilla extract, cinnamon, and brown sugar and stirred it up, and it came out really nice. Another really cool thing about Raka Chocolate is how unique their flavors are. So I'm on their website right now just looking at the chocolate bars they have, and their flavors like vanilla and violet, chamomile lavender, bergamot vanilla latte. It just sounds so good, and they're just so unique from the regular chocolate that you would see at a grocery store. Cranberry sage pie, that looks amazing. So yeah, if you get a chance to try this chocolate, we would highly recommend it. The next chocolate we're gonna try is Askinosie chocolate, and we have the 60% peanut butter flavored and the 88% dark chocolate. Which should we start with?
Let's go with the darker one first.
Dark, bitter than sweet. What we love about Askinosie is that they really emphasize the relationship they have with the farmers that they work with. They purchase the cacao for their chocolate directly from the farmers, and like Raka, all of their cacao is 100% traceable. If you go to their website and click on a chocolate product, you can actually see which farm that chocolate came from and learn about the farmers who produced it, which we thought was really cool. It is very clear that the farmers are treated like business partners. They're involved in team meetings from Askinosie, and they collaborate on how they can improve their post-harvest techniques in order to increase their own profits. Another thing that we were really impressed with were the sustainability initiatives. The farmers that they buy from practiced agroforestry, which means they plant other crops such as lemons, bananas, and coffee amongst the cacao. And they also use organic farming methods, including natural pest control methods to protect the crops from insects and from diseases. And I was also really happy to see on the back of the wrapper that the inner plastic cover is compostable and the outside wrapper is recyclable. I love that it said it right on the wrapper, so it was easy to find. This tastes like, it tastes like banana bread. Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This is really unique.
Yeah. That's really weird.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I've never had chocolate that's tasted like this before. And it's not flavored, it's just 88% dark chocolate. But this chocolate, the Raka and the Askinosie have been really creamy. Like silky, I guess, in your mouth.
Yeah, it's
nice.
pretty smooth. Yeah, it wasn't, that typical dark chocolate flavor that you would expect.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna try the peanut butter chocolate now.
Hey. It's got a circle on the front.
You have the E, I have the I.
Oh.
And Askinosie.
Oh, so that's how they do it.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
And this is interesting because I was thinking that the chocolate would be, the peanut butter would be filled, like a peanut butter center in the chocolate, but it's not. It's actually mixed in to the chocolate. And I think that it kind of mellows out the flavor a little bit, so it's not super peanut buttery. I actually really like it. Now we're going to try Zotter chocolates. And these I really like because I think the packaging is just really creative and beautiful. And they also came with instructions. So this says, attention, do not eat, which kind of alerted me when I first saw that. But then it says, but savor. If you would like to be a chocolate connoisseur, you should not munch the chocolate, but savor it by letting it melt. The trick. Let a piece of chocolate rest for a short time on your tongue and then stick it to your upper palate. Tickle the chocolate with your tongue so that it slowly begins to melt. Good chocolate has a greater staying power. This means that you will feel the aromas for some time after you have eaten the chocolate. All right, let's try it.
It's going to be hard for a couple of Lifetime chocolate munchers.
It's so true. I do not savor my chocolate, I guess. Let's start with the classic one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna start with the classic. Zodder chocolates are part of the World Fair Trade Organization, but what's really cool is that they've gone beyond that to develop their own fair trade logo. Their certification ensures that farmers are paid well above the fair trade market price, and it requires that the chocolate be bought directly from the farmers, so there's complete physical traceability. One of their goals is to support the personal development of their farmer partners. They collaborate with the farmers on social projects that help to improve the cacao bean quality and to cultivate fine cacao varieties. Having high quality and unique cacao varieties with incredible flavors is one of the best ways for farmers to be competitive in the global market, and it provides an incentive for people to pay more for their product. Okay, rest it on your tongue. Oh no, I munched it.
You broke the rules.
I love this. I really like this one.
I'm still savoring it. I'm licking it.
I already finished it.
You broke the rules and munched it. You're supposed
But
to savor it by
It's so
licking
I
it.
don't know how I don't know how to savor it. I mean, I could savor it for a little bit, but then I just get impatient. I just eat it. But it was I really like that chocolate. It's so like I don't even know how to describe it. It's not too much.
It's delicious.
It's like perfectly in between being too sweet and being too bitter, and it's just creamy and plain and really nice.
Yeah. It's just like, it almost tastes like you're eating like milk chocolate.
It does.
Like what you're used to, like
And
delicious.
It's not. It's their classic, and their classic dark chocolate, and it's vegan.
Yeah, it's really good. Really like the flavor of that one. Just regular chocolate, but it like I said, it make you.
Oh, it's 70% minimum.
It will taste like I'm eating milk chocolate.
Yeah, it does.
That's really good.
Okay, and the final Zodder chocolate that we are gonna try is the Labuco Raspberry Coconut. As a company that produces their chocolate from bean to bar, they're able to process the cacao in small batches and individually to turn them into a single origin product, meaning the final chocolate product has cacao beans just from one single place. And their chocolate bars like this that have these beautiful colors and are flavored are derived entirely from berries and other fruits.
Ooh, it's very pink. Scary. Ooh. Yeah, it's very sweet. That raspberry and coconut coming through pretty much instantly. It tastes like they just mashed them together into a bar.
It really does. Like, I taste the raspberry more than the coconut, which I'm happy about because I actually don't care for coconut that much. And it's a bit too sweet for me, but that's just my personal preference. But it is very unique, and I mean, I would definitely eat it again.
Oh yeah, definitely very sweet. Like you said though.
It's
it'd
very
be too
different.
much. You wouldn't be able to eat too much
Yeah.
of it because it'd be way too sweet. But
Yeah, and it's
the flavor is phenomenal.
genuine, tangy, sweet raspberry flavor. Sweet caramel notes of raw cane sugar will give an aroma akin to sublime berry preserves. So that is like, that's what it tastes like.
Yeah,
It
like
tastes
a
like
raspberry jam.
raspberry jam in bar form, which is really kind of cool.
Yeah, it's quite delicious.
Yeah.
Although they aren't exclusively vegan, Zodder does have a very large vegan selection, and the flavors are so cool. Boozy chocolate mousse, wild berries with coconut and date sugar, praline layers, coconut caramel with coconut blossom sugar. These sound amazing. And they also make these beautiful heart chocolates.
now we're gonna try the Alter Eco chocolate, and this is a brand that you can find at, I think, just a general grocery store. Like, I know they sell it at Walmart and Tops and Wegmans in the United States. And I've also seen it at like health food stores as well. So definitely look around for it. And we have the dark chocolate quinoa crunch and the super blackout chocolate, which is 90% cacao.
Let's start with the dark
The
one.
dark one? Okay.
Now this one, it doesn't have specific instructions to savor, so
Should
we're
we
gonna be
savor it?
munchers.
Oh, okay.
Definitely much more bitter than the other ones up to this point.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
definitely the most bitter one that we've had.
Especially after just having had the raspberry.
The contrast, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
It's not
very,
bad. It's not dry. It's very smooth.
Yeah. I don't know,
It's just a good like dark chocolate that's very like a classic dark chocolate, I guess.
yeah. All right, let's try the quinoa crunch now.
Quinoa crunch. I've never had quinoa in chocolate, so I don't really know what to expect.
Alter Eco chocolates take a full circle approach. They invest in farmers, they work to regenerate the earth, and they're doing their best to eliminate waste. With regard to investing in farmers, they purchase their chocolate directly from farmer-owned cooperatives, and they ensure that farmers are paid above the fair trade minimum for their cacao. To regenerate the earth, there are really two things that stood out to us about this company. First, all of the chocolate is certified organic, which is actually very important because reducing pesticide usage keeps the soil healthier and it prevents local ecosystems from being polluted. Alter Eco also started a foundation to convert 400 acres of cacao land into agroforested land. And I know I mentioned earlier what agroforestry was, but I'd like to explain it in a bit more detail here. So simply put, it's a way of planting that incorporates trees and shrubs and sometimes flower patches into crop fields in order to mimic a forest ecosystem. And creating a dynamic agroforestry system significantly improves soil quality. It reduces pests by attracting beneficial insects that control pest species, and it reduces disease for the plants. Agroforestry also helps increase profits for farmers because it provides them with additional products to sell. It's also effective at combating climate change because biodiverse areas like these systems with healthy soil act as carbon sinks, meaning that the soil can actually store carbon dioxide.
What percentage of cacao is this? 60%. Here you go, sir. I'm not savoring.
Indeed, being munched. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a lot sweeter than the 90% for sure.
This is really good, and it's so, I don't know what I was expecting with the quinoa, because I for some reason I was thinking it would be like raw quinoa, like really
Oh my
hard.
God, I'm breaking people's teeth.
But I don't know, it's really good.
It's like little rice puffs. It's almost like
Yeah.
a Nestle Crunch bar or something.
Yeah, it is.
Just gives it a little bit of texture. It's
Yeah,
really good.
I like the texture in it a lot. Like, I think that adds to it, the chocolate.
Yeah,
Making
definitely.
it really good. Nice to
Definitely
eat.
see myself getting lost in an entire bar of that at a time. It's very good. The flavor's really good.
Yeah, really recommend that.
And finally, one of Alter Eco's goals, as I mentioned earlier, is to eliminate waste at the end of the product cycle. So the outside packaging of all the chocolates is recyclable, and they actually developed the first compostable and non-toxic wrappers inside of their bars.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you found it helpful and that you were able to learn a bit about the chocolate industry and how to identify brands that are sustainable and ethically made. Of course, we've only talked about 4 brands in this video, but on our blog, we're going to have a list of all the brands that I've come across that we would recommend for you to try, so please check that out if you are interested. All right, have a great day, and thank you so much again.